I reinstalled my computer recently. And we're live. We don't even get the button. Are you sure you want to press that button? No, it immediately went live. But we're in pre-stream mode because, of course, we have to. Because we have to get some ads in there.
Boo.
What are you even advertising? Are you
This ad
advertising?
has been brought to you by Kotlol. Use Kotlolish for 30% off your next ad.
Whatever that may be.
Are you advertising to advertise in my stream? To get discount to advertise?
Oh my god, adception.
Could be worse. I could be playing my own ad. I have an ad.
Delayed.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. That's for the other channel. That's for here. This is a collab channel with normal people doing normal things. Most of the time.
Where?
Maybe sometimes.
What?
Since when?
I don't know who Gwen
You
is,
don't know
but
us at all.
I don't know who Gwen is, but okay.
I don't like normal people. They're so average.
Yeah.
Are you on my hand? I know you do.
It's so basic.
Go lay down. Let's see. I'm gonna wait till the clock ticks in. Am I even streaming to Joy's Gamers? It doesn't seem to. Oh, there it is. Ad starts in 5 minutes. How about ad starts right now? We don't have to wait 5 minutes. 5 minutes is ridiculous. And now we have to wait a minute. How about you lay the fool down?
Kitty's like, no.
If we're doing Celebrity Jeopardy, I'll take 8 tip for 500.
What?
You were doing the
That's
Jeopardy
not
theme.
it. That's a petit déjeuner.
Who is Sherad Duberche? And finally, we have no more ads. Woohoo! Victory sip. Well, why is that on your screen? I'm more concerned of the fact that you have Among Us on your screen than anything else. Anyway, yes, Kat, you have my attention. Hello, everyone. Welcome to DnD. I think Moon is about to die. We might have to end the stream. Everything is fine. Yes, I see. I see also the fire slowly climbing up from the bottom of your screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to D&D with your Dungeon Master Kotlol. As you can see,
Good start.
everything is going to hell already. I'm your Dungeon Master Kotlol, and intros aren't our strength. Never will be. Isn't that right? Yeah.
Welcome to D&D with Kotlol.
Put your ad here.
With tonight's group of people being around, we are joined by the group of people that are around, which is Popeye,
Hi.
which is a Lucas,
Greetings.
and an Ozzius.
Hello there.
And we would have a fourth player if they didn't tap out. But we have permission to continue. They gave us permission. Isn't that nice, people?
Yes.
Yay.
Now, it's been a bit, so we have to do a quick little recap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does anyone know where you left off? Or how much is it to recap? Or do you have an inclination? You just only have to say yes or no.
I think we were in the city, and that's about as far as I got.
Uh-huh. Okay, anyone else want to add anything to that?
I'm pretty sure we were sneaking back into a drow city to cause more shenanigans.
Yes. So, long story short, you as the group found the main city, which is right here on the map. After being discovered, after being discovered by some sort of organization, you decide to still head in and find the person who you're going to work with. And by doing so, you would use a true polymorph by expending a wish spell from Erica, so that the two of you could enter the city. Mostly Lucas.
Hello.
And after walking around, Lucas almost got arrested because Lucas, the most suspiciously unsuspicious man ever. Is that right? Okay.
I don't know, you get arrested a few times, the universe keeps making it happen, it's weird.
After that, you bumped into the organization again. And eventually you met your guy, your pal, your buddy of mine, Elengar Lutal, who has his own little plots going on why he needs the love potion, and how this love potion thing is going to help him get into power and get the ritual you want, because he can't get it for you, technically, yet. Damn those drow, Trixie! You reconvened, and, well, you've decided on a plan to help Elengar's plot to make sure that the other noble houses do not intervene with his scheme by causing a ruckus at a certain moment or whatever. You do have a name. Do you guys remember who the target is?
I'm sure Raz does because of his keen mind. His player, however, not so keen.
Uh-huh. So should I give you some names that you have picked up along the way?
Yes, please.
So the woman that Elengar wants to woo is Drada Niref, who's a high priestess in trading. She's considered very high value because she's, high priestess, matriarchy, blah, 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 blah. And the person you're trying to stop is Vorn Mizrim. Vorn Mizrim, who's an older drow who somehow is the head of this family despite being male. But there might be some dealings and shady things going on with that. And basically, if you don't distract him, he might send people after Elengar or something. He might make a mess of things with Elengar's plot or scheme. So that is your objective. You don't have to kill him. You don't have to kill him. You can, but you don't have to. The minimal requirements is distracting him so Elengar can slip the love potion. That's all you have to do.
To which end, I think we had an elaborate plot involving Erica and making him believe we had a genie for sale.
Yeah, basically you put Erica inside her new lantern that you made for her, or pot. Doesn't say what. I didn't give that detail down, ironically. That's the one detail I don't have. And she's going to be a genie that you're going to give to him to distract the guy because, he's a nobleman, so it would help. You also have Poppy with you, who's in disguise self and has to reapply once per hour. You're still technically polymorph, and you're in a true polymorph, so the effects are permanent unless someone dispels it. So you're basically drow for the time being.
Wonderful.
And the fairy, Ozzy, and Emberlyn remained behind to make sure that Little Miss Fairy doesn't wake up and blow shit up again.
Yay.
So yeah, you did split the party for this.
Well, there wasn't a way to get everyone in otherwise.
Yeah. It would be really hard. Unless you want to take a day and do things. So right now you're trying to scope out the situation. You do not. You do have it. You do know it's going to take place the next day. That is for sure. What Elgar's trying to do. So right now you're still scoping it out. That's what you're going to do. You're going to try to scope things out, see if you can get any information, any contacts, or whatever to get this all going. Especially with the spider threads going along. You know, that organization. They're just called the spider threads.
Yeah.
So, first things first. Ozzy, you got anything to add or to give before anything? Do you want to be? You're gonna be in standby. Don't worry, we will be switching scenes once in a while. So I'm gonna leave you
Blind are
behind.
leading the blind, so I'm just staying behind.
You're just making sure your little fairy friend doesn't try to do anything reckless again. Ah, the Fae, they have to be babysat. Okay. So, I need to put you two on the right map. Let's see. That was Crash Bandicoot music. Why did I get that one in my head?
Mhm. The DM works in mysterious ways.
Okay. Come on. And there we go. Bloop. As much as I like this music, we're gonna change it. Not you, not to you, not to you. Here you go. There you go. We're back to this music. So, Lucas, Poppy,
Yes.
you approached the south gate. It has been a while since Lucas entered and left, so there might be different guards on duty. You see at the south gate, there's always a bit of a line of different people in front of the gate getting things checked. It's a bit more busier the last time you saw it, Lucas.
Fair.
How do you approach?
I guess for the moment we just stand in line and wait till we reach the front.
So you just stand in line, not trying to put any suspicion upon yourself.
Essentially, yeah.
Probably a smart idea.
Okay. The line moves slowly as guards check people's papers when they have cards. Some cards even get checked by the guards themselves. It's taking quite a while. There's not much you can do about it. It's basically customs with how the drow mistrust each other. At least 20 minutes pass, and eventually the person in front of you approaches the gate and is carrying a large sack over his shoulders. Gets stopped by the guards, and the guards pretty much go, "What do you have in the sack?" And he's like, "Just clothing. What do you think it is?" It's like, they go, "Sure, buddy. What kind of guy has such a big bag full of clothing?" And he goes like, "Someone who's trying to sell clothes What do you think it is, dumbass? It's like, oh, wise guy, eh? It's like, look, these are linens meant for the temple. Are you really gonna stop the temple from getting their linens? He's like, sure, buddy. Come on, show it. And he pulls it over and opens it. Look, linen. And you see the guard inspecting it. Pulling a little bit out. Fine. He checks out. The guy goes like, okay, can I go in now? Like, fine. Move along. And he moves through with a bit of an annoyed expression on his face. And eventually you two approach the gate, and the guards look at you. You don't have the only thing you seem to be carrying is your typical smaller bag, so
Yeah.
Poppy, do you have anything else specifically with you?
Not really. I just have my bag and, of course, Carbuncle is on my head, but he's invisible, so she can't be seen.
Okay. Okay. So, after a little, you approach the guards look at you, and it's just like, they give you a glance, but they don't seem to respond and let you through. So you easily enter the city once again.
That was easy.
I know, I didn't have to bluff once.
As you enter the city, you see several people walking across the street, bustling and hustling, walking around, talking, and everything. Seems a little bit more busy than usual today. So what do you do?
So where do we go?
Probably not be much point going back to the our contact at the minute. So I guess is it possible to go to where this dinner meeting ceremony is meant to be held and scope it out?
Yes, you can go to where this ceremony is being held, which is in one of the big temples.
Fair enough. Let's go scope the area out then. Get the
Okay.
lay of the land.
Okay. Do you have any idea where it is, though?
I feel like I would have asked the guy.
You just heard that it was the Great Temple, which is the biggest temple in the city. That's all you know. You have to keep in mind, right?
Yeah.
The biggest temple you see is on the main square.
Right,
Yeah,
I
to
guess
the main-
we start cutting through all the streets and directing the main square. Hopefully not being followed by any spider-wielding people this time.
Would you like a roll perception check?
I think I would, yes. That's... Six. Follows. That would be an 8.
You decide to peek around to notice if any strange, unusual people are following you. Your eyes dart around, but all you see is the crowd. You decide to look up at the rooftops real quick, but you also know that looking too much up would also raise suspicion, so you just look up real quick, but with a quick glance you don't see anything. You feel like the coast is clear, but you're not really, but your mind tells you that it just might be from first glance, but glancing up again might raise suspicion, so probably not a good idea.
I don't think we're being followed. So, let's go find that temple.
Okie dokie, let's go.
You head down the crowded hallways, crowded streetways. Simple words, Flip, and you come across many different types of drow going about their business, walking around. Sometimes a few children playing in the streets. And eventually you find yourself on the main square. There appears to be no market today, as the whole square seems to be free and people just walking around, going to different shops and such. And of course, the large building over here is one of the biggest temples. Now before you ask, is this a temple? No, that's a keep. Just in case you ask. That's a keep.
Okay.
So, from first glance, from across the square, the large temple seemed to have many iconographies going around. Pillars with several spiders crawling up it. Well, statues of spiders crawling up it. With on the top again. I need to grab the lore correctly. With on top a head of a stern-looking female drow, staring down upon the square with a disciplined gaze. Any windows, glass inlet, all have either a woman with long silvery hair riding on top of a giant spider, or spiders themselves.
That's a lot of spiders.
You may perform a religion check if you want to know more.
Oh, for the love of... Religion. Well, that was awful.
Poppy, looking at all these spiders, you just think, oh, there's just a lot of spiders, and it's a spider lady, so spider lady, that's the best you can think of. You can't really think of why the drow themselves would honor spiders so much. You may have met some drow in the past, but you don't know much of their religion to begin with, because, you know, this is a more underdark religion. As for Lucas, you, in your career, have heard many murmurs of different gods, goddesses, and everything, cults and the like. And you remember who this is. This is the iconography of Loth, the Queen of Spiders. Very, very well known within the Underdark sphere of the Drow. And, yeah, she's basically the queen of all spiders. And, well, the reason why you're looking at the statue is because she's very much feared by most drow as a being who is very spiteful and very controlling.
Yay!
If anything, if this high priestess is supposed to be put on your side, you're basically aligned. That priest is probably aligned with some of the with a goddess who is very cruel and very strict. So you can only imagine what kind of games Elegar can play about this. You can only imagine that this high priestess might not be the kindest soul on earth.
I'm not surprised that it would be love. I don't like the implications.
Are we in trouble?
When aren't we in trouble nowadays?
Fair.
Could you also roll me an investigation check?
Both of us?
No, just Lucas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a very cruel, strict goddess. Let's hope her priests aren't quite the same.
18. You try to think of how this could relate to the ritual and everything, and then you're like, well, she's a very cruel goddess, so if these people have developed a way of making a ritual to stop the invalid, because, you know, from what you know of this goddess, she's cruel, she's evil, but she's very spiteful, so having her on your side against the invalid is a good thing, ironically. But you're also deciding to think, like, how would this ritual work in this society as such? And you think for a long moment, and eventually you're like, And then you think for a moment, like, whatever this ritual's gonna be, it has to be cast by a female. That's the only thing you figure out.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's cruel, spiteful. Probably best that she's on our side than against us. But, given how matriarchal the drow are, I wouldn't be surprised if I can't cast this.
Yeah. That's gonna be difficult. So. Anything else you wish to do?
Maybe look around to see if there's anyone specific there. Maybe someone we can ask questions to if we have any.
I see. So you want to go to the temple to see if you can ask any questions.
Maybe just check when the ceremony is going to start.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea.
Okay.
Well, everyone is supposed to know at which point we're kind of screwed, but...
Okay. You may look around for anyone you want to ask. Do you have anyone in mind? Are you looking for anything specific?
Not looking for anyone specific, just looking for anyone who probably knows something.
Yeah, but how do you know that?
Maybe like a priest or something?
So
Maybe
you're
I
gonna...
am looking for specific.
Okay, so you're gonna go approach the temple, see if there's anyone from the clergy.
From the priesthood.
The clergy.
Yeah, clergy, yeah.
Okay, you walk over to the temple, and you see outside two priestesses looking around sternly. You know they're from the clergy because they're wearing red and black uniforms.
Okay.
And they have on their chest an icon of a spider.
Of course I do. Okay. I briefly tap top my head and make Carbuncle stay by Lucas before I go up to the priestesses.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Moment. One of the priestesses look down at you and gives you a stern look. Yes, my child?
Sorry if I'm bothering you, but I was wondering when the ceremony was gonna start.
Ah, the ceremony. It has been shifted to an earlier day, so it would be today in about an hour.
That's quick. Okay. Is there a specific reason, or can you not tell me?
The goddess works in mysterious ways.
Oh, okay. Well, she doesn't really talk to me much, I'm afraid, so thank you for telling me.
And you just go away right away?
If they're not saying anything else, then I just scurry back to Lucas.
No,
to
they're not
inform
going to
him
say
that
anything right away. They just look like they're processing the information, and before they can respond, you already moved away. Probably
Yeah,
the best
but
idea to figure out.
Yeah. And then I scurry over to Lucas and inform him.
The ceremony's gonna start in an hour?
Fair enough.
Do you want to think about why they moved the ceremony so early?
That's a good point, actually.
Well, the lady
Well,
said
something-
that the lady said the goddess works in mysterious ways, but I don't think that's the real reason, is it?
I think that's usually what we call a cop-out. No, it's not going to be... Surely it's not going to be sun-related, given they don't get any down here. So... I wonder if rumours started to spread that something might be happening, and they've caught wind of it.
So where does that leave us?
Trying not to look suspicious for the next hour.
If you would like, you can always roll an investigation to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
You may both roll that.
What are we supposed to roll?
Investigation. Just if you're trying to think in an investigatory way why the ceremony is today.
Also, I just noticed, why is this area called Loyalty given?
Because you're giving your loyalty to the goddess.
So why are you misspelling loyalty?
Shut up! Jambalaya!
Let me answer that with another question. Shut up!
Drow are just dyslexic, okay?
Poppy, for a holy ceremony to be moved forward could mean several things. It's considering you have not a full religious upbringing, you do have the idea of when ceremonies get pushed forward, it means that either a bigger ceremony has to take place at the same day, or some sort of political gain can be gained by moving a ceremony earlier than a time, or to catch something off guard. Lucas, no need tricity of things. You would think Did the rumors of Ellengar, did the Spider Fed say something? But you're like, no, they want to move the ceremony up because whatever Ellengar is trying to do would not make haste. Something else must have happened. Something more extreme to move the ceremony one day earlier. Because to you, it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Because you being here, or Ellengar being here, what Ellengar's up to, should be very easily deflected. Like, you stick out like a sore thumb, they know who you are. Ellengar, if I know what Ellengar's plan is, they just don't get the priestess to drink. So something else is going on, something bigger is at play. But you don't know what.
Maybe the other person that we're meant to be distracting paid money to grease the wheels.
Maybe, or maybe something else, you don't know. There's no inclination for it. You're missing that piece of information.
Okay, given that we have an hour to kill and we're by a temple, does it look like there's groups of people like silently praying anywhere nearby?
There are some that are praying towards the columns on the outside.
What do you reckon? Should we try to blend in until it's a bit closer to the ceremony?
Sounds good.
Alright.
I mean, at least we won't stand out so much.
As you approach the crowd of prayers, you may roll perception if you're not listening to their prayers.
Oh, for the love of...
I guess you're listening in, you eavesdropper. Look at you. Okay. Y'all rolled pretty good. You both hear the prayers from the people who pray the things. You would think, they want riches, they want health and everything. No, you don't hear any of those. All these prayers are like, smite my foes, poison this, kill this asshole's taking all my money, get rid of this landlord. This guard is being annoying me. Could you please smite him? May the spiders crawl out of the ice. It seems clearly all of them are praying to the goddess to do their revenge upon their enemies. Drows, even their freaking prayers are vindictive. You do get a sense that the goddess is both feared but respected in her ways. So, if you're gonna pretend to pray along, do not have a prayer of mercy or love or compassion. You'll stick out, because if someone else here, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Go figure.
Raz just rolls his eyes, just assumes whatever praying position that everyone else is in, just mutters about wanting spiders to crawl into the underpants of his foes and bite them raw.
Right. So you get down on your knees and you do a hand gesture to make your hand look like a spider. Like this. Like that. Look, I didn't think that much out of it.
I know, I like that.
It's like a hand spider, like. Anyway,
At least it's easier to do than the fucking emblem in the... What do you call it? God, what was that again? Never mind, I forget what the name was called.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Kitty, could you not sit in front of the microphone? Come on. Move. Thank you. Whoa, tripped. Anyway. Hello.
Cat.
She keeps doing that, and that's very annoying. Anyway, so you're just gonna kill some time?
Yeah.
For the moment, I mean, we don't have a lot of time to walk around, so...
You don't want to message the rest of the party what's going on?
We could, I guess.
If you know how, then you should probably try and contact them. But you're gonna
Can we contact them?
if you have sending, yes.
I don't have sending.
Me neither, but...
Uh-oh.
I have message.
Yeah, but message is... They're too far away for message. And you
Yes,
can't
I
see
know,
them.
that's the problem.
God, could you... Yes, you're cute. Go over there. No. There.
I
So,
didn't think that through that way.
you keep you pray for a bit. How long are you gonna sit there? Because Poppy, you have a time limit.
Yeah, how long do I still have for the disguise?
At least 15 minutes left.
Okay. Okay, then I get up and I ask someone where the bathroom is so I can recast my spell.
You do... Well, there is sort of less a bathroom somewhere. Not going to make it too hard for you. You do find a bathroom and you're able to reapply your disguise after taking a quick place to an outhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You return in time. In the meantime, half an hour has passed. Ozius, could you roll me a perception?
Certainly.
As you sit around with Emberlyn and the fairy, Emberlyn is mostly sitting at a campfire looking at the flames, but also keeping an eye out for the fairy, making sure that she doesn't run off or anything. Just trying to look at the city. Thank you, Cat. I love you too. Can you quit doing this back and forth thing? You have food, you have drinks, go away. So, look into the distance towards the city, and you do see that a bigger crowd is now at the south gate from a distance because you see a lot of torches. Because on the dark. And you're like, huh. Busy. That's very busy. Now, that's it. Are you gonna, anything you gonna say? Or say to the others, or note?
No.
No? You don't see the abnormality as something noteworthy?
Ozzy is not really paying attention.
That's fair. So, I guess that's nothing for you guys then. Alrighty then I'm going back to the main party. Some more time passes and the crowd around the temple has seemed to have increased. It is about 20 minutes till the ceremony is going to take place. And you get a sense that on the inside of the temple, a lot of things are being rearranged. You see a lot of priestesses and a few male priests going in and out the place, moving stuff around and everything. They seem to be in a hurry. Is there anything you wish to denote from it? Lucas? Because Poppy's AFK at the moment.
Sorry. I was thinking.
You say, can I think for a moment then I know.
If they're only now just suddenly moving everything around, neither they had a reason not to, or this is a lot more sort of like last second than they're letting on.
Your intuition tells you this was way more last second than you think they were. And even the temple wasn't fully prepared for this.
Which for a large grand ceremony such as this is really unusual.
In fact, it's so unusual, considering nobility also has to make the time from their busy schedules to all attend this as well. Considering this is super high electory. So whatever has stirred them up to push the ceremony to this moment exactly means something way bigger is going on than even Elagar's schemes could do. Maybe there was a possible assassination. Maybe there was a power grab somewhere, or maybe an invasion, or maybe even an uprising somewhere. You aren't sure because you don't know anything of what's going on in the Drow society. But something tells you something really big is going on.
Which probably means that all the guards in the area are going to be excessive and on high alert.
Exactly. Would you like to look around?
Indeed, I would.
Perception?
Yay.
There.
And that could be better.
You look around and you do see that the number of guards around the square have increased. But that's it. That's it. Otherwise, nothing out of the unusual. Except just there's more guards around and you're like, well, yeah, that's what I expected to see. And because you see those guards, you decide to not gaze up towards the rooftops to avoid any suspicions. So. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold. So. You look. After looking around, basically all those guards around pretty much confirmed your theory. They're in high alert. Something big has happened between you being inside the city and you leaving the city and returning. Which means finding the guy you're looking for is going to be both easier, but also it's going to be harder to approach.
Fantastic. Even in the Underdark, nothing goes according to plan.
I make it work.
I'm going to feign a cough, use my cloak to essentially hide that part of my face, and cast message to see if I can contact Elagar.
How far does message go normally?
Probably not far enough. Message. I hate working off the mobile. Message 120 feet. Nah, probably.
No, he's not. He's not within 120 feet of the temple right now.
I guess in that case, I'll keep an eye out for the person who's supposed to be distracting and assume things are going according to the original schedule for the second.
Poppy, is there anything you wish to do? Or to check?
Just trying to see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, okay. You can roll me a perception or investigation. Perception to see if anything is out of the ordinary. Investigation to look for anything specific. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do. God damn it!
Bless you.
You look around the place to spot any indifferences, but the only thing you know is that there's more guards around. There's nothing. Otherwise, the crowd is it's too crowded. It's very busy. It's hard to notice anything. You might see a few nobility, but it's hard to even get a good glance at them with all the people around. Your short stature betrays you.
I guess I'll have a look if I can spot Mr. Old, Grim and Creepy. Specifically. Damn.
Okay.
31.
You decide to look around for an old, drow-looking gentleman who would probably fit the description of someone of super high nobility. You gaze across the crowd, and you do notice somewhere within the crowd of nobility that are standing nearby on standby, you see a bit of a rotund, older-looking gentleman, balding on the top, having a long mustache that goes right down here, and wearing what you would appear to be the most fanciest clothing a drow's ever worn. If someone fits the description of someone being, the top noble dog, is this guy.
Fantastic.
Problem is, he's on the other side of the square, pretty far away from you, and you'd have to go through the crowd to even get near him. Which kind of makes you more suspicious. Considering you're not dressed as a noble.
What's wrong with my outfit? No, I'm kidding.
I can send Garby to do something. He's invisible, remember?
That sounds like a good plan.
So, do you send the
Yeah,
carbuncle?
The other thing I can think of is we lure him to us. But I don't really want to sit here showing off a genie in a genie in a bottle or whatever. Quite so loudly and quite such a large presence.
Perhaps you could also move yourself in a tactical position so you will be in the gaze of nobility.
Hmm. Might be a way we'd slip through this crowd in a slightly less conspicuous manner. Let's scout with Carby first. See what I can
Okay.
pick up.
Okay. And I send out Carby first, and Carby starts bobbing and weaving between the legs of people and just going around.
Alright. While it is crowded, people aren't moving as fast, so they don't have a dex saving throw. They can move freely, and if they accidentally brush someone, it will just make them startle for a bit. But considering how crowded it is, nobody's looking exactly down towards where Carbuncle is. So that goes well. That goes through. And within a few minutes, Carbuncle's within range of the target.
Okay.
I could send my familiar as well. Oh no, wait, it's dead.
Oh,
Dear Lolf, may spiders infest the arsehole of whatever killed my beloved familiar.
Okay. So what do? Okay, so he's just sitting there, or is he doing something?
He's standing because it's in the square. There's nowhere to sit for him.
Oh, right.
He's just standing there, apparently in standby for something. Hiccup.
Okay. Is there something like a trinket on like his suit or something that Carby could potentially reach and yank off and then send rolling or something?
He's wearing some fancy brooches. His buttons are made of gold on his jacket. He's wearing at least 3 rings.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking because as soon as Carby starts using spells, of course, it becomes visible again, right?
Yes. Because that will be an attack at that point.
Mm-hmm. So what constitutes him becoming visible again?
Attacking, getting fully noticed by someone, as in someone's concentrating to find Carbuncle.
Mm-hmm.
And physical touch can also do it, but it depends on how the person reacts to it. That's why brushing past some people didn't set them off, because they weren't looking in Carbuncle's direction. They just looked at the person next to them first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, thinking.
And even so, if you think it's something that crawled past your legs and you know how the draw work, would you even look for that? Exactly. So if you think if you think of something else, the draw won't look at it. That's why Carby got away with that. It's like you look at it. Did you do it? It's like no. Someone must crawl past. Like must have been a spider. Moving on. You don't want to piss off the Spider Queen in front of her temple.
Wait a minute, does that mean my poor familiar probably got off by somebody's pet spider lounging in the darkness?
No, guard got him.
Oh, bugger. That's worse.
Okay, so I relate to Lucas what's going on, and
In hushed whispers.
try.
In hushed whispers.
No, duh.
So the clothing that he is wearing, a lot of jewelry, two fancy brooches. His buttons are made of gold and everything.
Yeah.
Of course, gold is not as rare in the Underdark, but still, it's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Something we can do to make him look at us or something?
Still with my mouth covered, using message to communicate with Poppy this time, because at least that's in range.
And you also have telepathy, remember, the Poppy?
All right, derp. So I just do that. Probably a lot easier.
Yeah. So Lucas can now respond to that.
Yep. I suggest if the guy's got any, like, maybe spider-like brooches, nick that one.
Okay, but how? Because if Carby gets it, then Carby's gonna turn visible again. Unless...
How far is he actually from us?
About 180 feet.
Let me actually check. God damn it. I just remembered I have unseen servants, so technically I could do that, but that has a range of 60 feet. So
You'd have to get closer.
a lot closer, yeah, so that doesn't work good.
Stealth is hard.
Especially if you're not actually designed for it.
Kirby's anything like my familiar. Can't you cast spells through the familiar?
That would reveal the familiar eventually.
Point.
Because at that, even though you're casting the spell via your familiar is still the source of it, and thus they will be spotted.
The arcane equivalent of lighting up like a jack-o'-lantern. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, here's actually an idea. So what if I cast a spell through Carby, but as soon as he turns visible, I summon him back. So basically, and just summon him invisible again.
That would still reveal the creature for 1 round.
Shit.
So they would be visible for 5 seconds. Because at that point you'll be casting a spell first, and then Kari would have to cast a spell, and then you have to cast a spell right after to do it.
This is goddammit.
It's you can't.
How long have we got roughly until the agreed upon distraction that we want to be creating?
You still have 50 minutes.
Okay, what if we hold off and keep Kirby in range for the moment? Then, as it starts getting close to like the 5-minute mark, have Kirby appear, swipe it, run back to where we are, to which I presume the noble will then follow to get his stuff back. And as an apology, we could say, Let me show you my finest wares as an apology. And then we start talking about the genie in the bottle.
Mm-hmm. So
it might be enough to appease and distract him.
You're gonna appease and distract him within 5 minutes, but here's the thing. Do you think he would follow, or would a guard do it? Or maybe a bodyguard nearby?
Or a servant, yeah, okay.
You haven't scoped out his full extent of the people. He probably has servants nearby, so...
Okay, no, if a servant chases the creature, then we obviously apologise, return the trinket, and ask her, can we apologise to your master in person for this conceivable inconvenience?
It is risky. It is very risky.
But everything is risky, so we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, it's exciting. Exciting when the answer isn't fireball, is it?
Well, I'm going to say dropping a fireball as a distraction is risky as well, but I think this might be slightly more subtle.
Alright. So, any other plans you want to concoct before making a move? Maybe even Moonwood can have a say in it? Even though he's not there, he can still give ideas. You can still talk off the table for ideas.
I mean, I know my idea's half-baked. Any quarter-baked ideas, Ozius?
No.
Here's actually something.
Go on.
So, I'm with Adept at Eldritch Adept at Mask of Many Faces,
Yeah.
does that also apply for Garby?
Ooh.
Technically, they can cast Disguise Self as well.
So what if I disguise it as a pet spider? Would that work?
But
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to attack the spider while we're in the Temple of Love.
Yeah.
Because you are going to have to essentially chase it, track it down, and get it.
it
Think
would
back.
disguise itself, but it wouldn't be able to act. It would look like a moving like a spider, but it wouldn't be able to do things like crawl up walls or weave webs as a spider. It would still be Carby in the end.
Yeah.
Unless you make it a huntsman.
We're not talking. Knock it off. You've been too much Australia memes.
Okay, fine. But you can make it like one of those spiders that just jumps at you and just snags something like that.
Okay, so you do know that Carby won't be attacked or grabbed that easily, but at the same time, you are near Temple of Love. That could give implications, let alone, would you think the clergy would acknowledge that Carby is a spider at that point? Or would they
Right,
see
that's
through the
also
disguise? That's the other
also
risk.
the problem, yeah.
I'm not...
Yeah, Drow don't have any other pets, do they? Or do they, actually? I don't even know.
Imagine if they do, they'd immediately be seen as very rare, unusual, and exotic. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean your pet hasn't got 8 legs? What's wrong with you? Was it horribly maimed at birth?
Now, is there... You could also look for the environment for maybe things like a vantage point or some sort of way to get a subtle attention of something. Remember, you don't have to approach him. You can also be somewhere else.
Okay, can I just look around to see if there's anything that could be used as like something to approach him with or something?
You can roll perception.
For the love of...
You look around the place and you only have 2 ideas in mind. One is to climb up the temple, which is, when you look at it, you'd have to be a spider to do it, so that's probably not the best idea. The other is the raised platform, near the fountain here, the raised fountain. Could also be a place to get attention. There are some people standing around it, not on it. But that is also a way to get people's attention. And it is a vantage point. People are probably not standing on it out of respect, but maybe some people are gonna stand on it eventually anyway. You're not 100% sure, but from what you can see, the fountain is just a fountain. It's not a holy fountain or anything.
Oh boy.
This fancily dressed old man, does he have shoelaces? And can we tie them together?
Bootstraps.
Well played, Dungeon Master.
You could maybe tie together the bootstraps somehow.
Ooh.
No, but
I have my familiar. I can summon him as a spider. No, I'm not letting that go anytime soon till he comes back.
Okay, trying to see what
maybe
else
any
I have.
other spells you can use to maybe do something else. You check all your options. Check your items, check your spells.
I'm pretty sure most of mine require me to be there, which isn't going to help much.
I mean, you can move closer, but that's it.
Yeah, but then I look suspicious weaving through the crowd.
Well, as long as you're not moving too close to nobility, it might just be seen as someone who wants to get a better look at things. Which,
Yeah.
considering there's a lot of people around, that doesn't look very suspicious. You might want to get a better look at things from a better angle.
That actually might be a good idea. I'm still a kid, so I can say like, I want to get a better look and just zoom ahead before you can stop me and forcing Lucas to chase after me.
Yep, that works.
Okay, let's start with that then. Wait. So I loudly proclaim to Lucas, within earshot of everyone else, I want to go get a closer look, and then I zoom me ahead through the crowd.
Performance check.
What?
A performance check.
Okay.
Because you're technically performing. So I want to see how believable it is.
14.
Yeah, as you shout it out, people just look at you someone here look at you, and some give an extravagant gasp as you suddenly zoom past them. Yeah, people believe you're being a kid that wants to get a closer look, no matter what.
I'm about to do my usual passing routine of excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. And then I remember we're in Drowtory, so I was like, move, damn it, get out of the way, get out, move.
Move. You can be rude. That is amazing. Okay.
My spiders bite your inner thigh. Move.
Okay. A lot of humping and brumping as you go after your kid through the crowd to get closer.
I love this plan.
Why did we not think of this before?
We're so nice. We need to take more like Drow.
Okay. So you get close. So you decide to get closer. Yeah, you get closer and closer, and within a few minutes you're close enough that, you're at least close to nobility, but there's still a lot of common folk in between. But before you could even come closer, some guard starts scurrying through the crowd and starts pushing them back on. Make room! Make room!
What?
And a pathway separating you from as the common folk from nobility from the main area of the square. So basically, we're gonna draw. There we go. There. You're now... Basically, that pathway has been made. I know I cannot draw straight lines.
Fair enough.
So now... it's about a 10 feet wide spread. But you can still see the guy, and he's still on the front of the nobility, so he's like about 45 feet away from you.
Okay.
Oh crap! Did not mean to actually cast. Sorry.
That's fine. I mean, you didn't proclaim that you cast it.
No, I was just checking to see what the.
Yeah. Don't worry.
If I was 15 feet closer, Charm Person would have been an option.
Well, Unseen Servant now has range to get to him, so if I can... Do I have to make this make it in front of me, or can I just make it in the space between commoners and nobility?
You can make it in between. But it does say that it's from Matic and Somatic, so basically you will be having to say that and have to make the hand gestures. So, so that you have to be careful with that. Because someone might see you cast that. So V is vocal, that means you have to say it, and somatic means hand motions.
Mhm.
And M is material component, but you already have, but it's not consumed. It's just something you need.
Mhm.
If it's M star, that means component consumed.
Mhm.
Okay.
At least mostly it says M star. Sometimes it doesn't say M star, but it still is material component consumed. Like if you do revive a diamond, that diamond is consumed.
Mhm.
Okay. But I don't have to. Do I have to say it out loud, or can I just do it in my head?
No, you do have to say it, but you don't. So you might have to do it as a whispered tone.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have to ask Lucas to cover you so that nobody can see your mouth and your hand motions.
Okay, so I tell him through telepathy to cover me so I can cast under the guise that he's keeping me away from everyone else, so I don't run off again. And then I cast a spell to do the unseen servant to lure him over.
Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay. And done.
I think so.
Yeah.
We good, Lucas?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can cast it 60 feet away. Apparently. It's vague. So you cast the Unseen Servant, and what do you do exactly?
Okay, so
Hi, cat.
how far are we from him? Because we are in the
45.
middle of the
45 feet.
yeah, so we're still in the middle of the commoners, right?
Yes.
Okay. So does he have something that's circular on him, like a circular brooch or something?
Yes, he has a spider brooch and a circular brooch with a jade stone in it. And also his buttons are circular,
Mm.
if you want to snag that off.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the brooch and just have it roll over to us.
That's a long roll for a brooch.
If you're careful, you can have it roll a long time. So
Hang on.
Good.
If it helps with that, I have got Mage Hand.
Again, you're gonna have to hide your vocal and somatic components.
Right.
Because if you do it right in the open, well, you're gonna be spotted regardless.
Yeah.
Thinking?
yeah, just checking what else we have.
Mage Hand Ledger Domain. You can make the hand invisible. You can disguise this with a sleight of hand check.
So you can do sleight of hand to hide it. Okay.
Yeah, in which case the Unseen Servant only has to roll it 15 feet, and I could potentially use the Mage Hand to drag it the rest of the way.
Yeah, so it has to roll 30 feet.
Well,
30.
Well, the Unseen Servant has to do 15. I can take care of the other 30.
Yeah, so 15 feet. So that is just enough.
Okay.
Okay, we doing this?
We're doing this.
Okie dokie.
The unseen servant plucks the brooch off and just lets it drop, and then grabs it on the ground and then rolls it in the direction of Lucas and Poppy.
So, plek, prunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, roll with D100.
How does that work again?
Slash RD100.
Oh, other way. Going around. R. 1D100.
Uh-huh. Your unseen servant snatches the brooch off, making it almost seem like the clip malfunctioned, and then rolls it over the ground towards you. The brooch rolls and rolls over the stones. Tick, 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 tick. It rolls 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, and stops after 18 feet.
At which point, that's where the mage hand can essentially intercept it and essentially make it look like it's still somehow rolling forward. And so,
I want you to make a dex saving throw to see if you do it perfectly. If you time it perfectly.
dex saving throw.
Okay, and can you also give me a sleight of hand? For so you don't get spotted.
On top of the one for casting the
Yeah.
mage hand. Yeah. I don't mind doing that twice.
So once is just to see if you get the timing right. The other one,
Yeah. To see if I can get the motion right. And survey says, yeah. 26.
Okay, cat's on my lap now, so she's gonna relax. So, as the brooch rolls, you, Lucas, wait for your timing. The perfect timing for you to snatch it with the mage hand. And then you cast it. Doesn't seem to be noticed. You just do a quick motion with your fingers, and the mage hand rolls it towards your feet. On the other side, you do notice that the elderly gentleman does notice it falling, and then gives a side glance to someone near him, and the person steps forwards, a butler type, and goes after the brooch. But then gets stopped by the guards. The guards go like, "Hey, keep clear." But he's like, "But my masters lost their object and it rolled to the common folk. It will be stolen." And he's just like, "I don't care." He's just like, "Do you know who my master is?" This gives you more than enough time to get the mage hand towards you. And basically they have a quick little conversation, but eventually the servant gets to cross the road. And let me see, does he notice where it went? Aha, that is a snag. The guard distracted him enough that he doesn't know it's in your hands. Or at least at your feet. Little snag in the plan. So the servant is now looking around for the brooch. It doesn't know where it is.
Well, that's easily fixed. I pick up the brooch at the feet and say, Look what I found! It's a shiny!
Okay. You do get the attention.
That was the point.
Hey. Oh. Oh, no wonder. Okay. So, when you say that, you feel someone trying to snag the brooch from your hands.
You! I pull back.
Mine! I found it!
And then another person tries to go for it. Lucas, could you roll me another dex saving throw to intercept his hand? Lucas, if your roguish instinct notice that Poppy is now being targeted because she's a small child. And while she's easy to block off the very bad attempt at trying to steal from a child, another person with more slippery fingers grabs the brooch from her hands with a bit sleight of hand, and you try to intercept it with your own reflexes. Shamefully, your reflexes weren't enough, and the hand slips away into the crowd.
Shit.
Gee, it's like you're surrounded by backstabbers and thieves.
Whoopsie.
Would you like to roll a perception check to see where the thief went?
Probably a good idea.
Sure.
Nothing goes according to plan.
Does it ever?
I was like, the moment you shouted, someone is gonna try and snag it. Taking candy from a baby in a drowsy within a crowd? That's easy. Lucas, you look around in the crowd and try to identify the thief, but there's too many faces that you don't know that anyone looks like it. Poppy, considering you saw exactly which hand snagged it and was able to track it, you did see Lucas trying to intercept it. You notice a small-looking drow man going through the crowds, hood up, trying to escape with the brooch.
Lost sight of him.
There, that one with the hood on.
Are there any rocks on the ground?
It's the Underdark.
Stupid question. Fair enough.
Like, rock is the most common thing.
How big of a rock do you want?
Exactly!
Well, preferably one weighing as close to 5 pounds as possible. If the man is within 90 feet, I would like to cast Catapult and nail him in the back of the head with it.
You do know that's... And here's the thing. Remember, this might be very much noticed by most people around. Is it a risk?
That's not necessarily a problem at this point. So,
Okay.
Basically just us getting our goodies back.
okay, so if it's a, he needs to make a dex save of 17 to avoid being beamed in the skull with a rock.
Okay. Rolling. Well, you're lucky. You rolled a 2.
In that case, I will make it rather obvious that I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm casting Catapult. This rock is essentially going to smack the thief in the back of the head, and I'm going to shout, "There! The thief! He stole the brooch!"
And that instantly alerts the guards, who all head towards, go into the crowd towards the thief when you say that. And even the servant is going that way. And eventually they apprehend the thief that's been conked in the back of the head and tripped over within no time. And they retrieve the brooch.
Well, that worked.
That'll
Wait, wait.
teach you. Next time, do it better.
The guards will take the thief away, and the servant will the brooch up like, "Don't you dare, don't you dare. If the master finds out, well, there are things worse than death. Come on, come on. Coming through, coming through." he just goes past you, but there is a guard that comes over to you and says like, "Okay, what's your deal?"
You took my shiny.
That explains that. Let's see. And he looks back at the servant going back with the brooch to his master. I think all will be well enough. And he looks back at you and goes, "Let's hope." But what do you say in these kind of situations? He looks back, and the guy's like, and you see, and from a past perception, you see the nobleman do like this, like, bring him here. It's like, all right, come on, you get to go to the other side.
Really? Me?
So the guard takes you to the other side, towards your supposed target, and then you come close, and well, you approach the man, and he looks at you. It's like, I do not know why you would help me, but I'm guessing. Well, enlighten me. What did happen?
Well, I assumed if I retrieved the brooch, there might be some kind of reward, or at least some gratitude.
Gratitude. You want my gratitude or reward? Well, the reward itself is serving a higher purpose. You do have my gratitude to a sense. For a quick moment, you just notice that his gaze goes upon around him. He is scoping the area out for some reason. You get this, Lucas, you get the sense he's on high alert for some reason.
Me
Right.
telepathically telling Lucas,
He seems nervous. Do you think we can bribe him with Erica as protection?
Is everything all right, my lord?
My brooch just strangely fell off towards common folk where it almost got stolen. Seems to be a lack of security to one degree, but on the other hand, it could also just been very bad luck, and bad luck comes in droves. It makes one a bit concerned.
I tug on Lucas's jacket and say,
Don't we have something against the bad luck thingy?
We do. I haven't yet found anyone interested in acquiring such a fine item. Or at least financially capable.
I see. A peddler of wares. Alright, I'm not surprised by such attempts. So, I'm guessing you were originally going to sell a specific item to any buyer, And now you see someone with such riches and someone who has a gratitude, you wanted to fetch a high price. I have to respect that.
You can always find opportunity in the most strange of places. Tell me, have you heard of genies?
I have heard the tales. What, do you happen to have a genie? If you would have a genie for sale, wouldn't you perchance try to use it for your own beneficial gains? Lucas, you're like, oh shit, he's right. I need to think of a reason why I can't use this. Why I can't use the genie myself.
Question, real quick. Do all genies have like infinite wishes, or are there genies with like limited wishes?
Religion check.
Ha!
What the first thing you know, and from experience you know, genie wishes are like monkey paws. You have to be careful what you wish for. If you wish for more impossible things, there's gonna be a cost to it, or an effect, or some sort of thing that corrupts the wish. So genies are always a risk factor regardless. As for limited wishes, it depends on the tales, but some genies will give you a single wish, some genies will give you 3 wishes, and some will give you unlimited wishes, because eventually you'll fuck up anyway. It depends on the elements and what kind of the genie is, but commonly it's a single wish. Commonly. With Erica, I don't know what you discussed yet, but considering you've noticed that in her current state she can grant 1 wish per day, you should probably stick to 1 wish.
One wish per person? So
1 wish per
would it then be
person.
one wish? Okay. Okay. Well, that's pretty easy then to fix up to actually think. Poppy points to Lucas.
He messed up the wish.
Lucas, would you like to roll? Could you roll this case? Let me check something. No, don't do that, please.
I think at this point I would like to look extremely irritated. If that was the worst possible thing Poppy could have said in this moment.
Yeah.
Just be like, child.
Well, to be fair, it would make sense why we would want to
Yeah.
get rid of it for us. Because we can't use it anymore.
You can either do an Arcana check or a Religion check or if you want, an Insight check. You know, the insight, what you could know, what the situation is, or insight yourself to see what kind of angle you can go with, or you can roll for the magic things, or religion, as you know, for about more genie stuff. So either the magic around wishes, the lore about genies, or some sort of insight from either yourself, from insight from Poppy, or even from your target.
It's not my best roll, but I feel like inciting the target was probably going to yield better results than going with the arcane route at this point.
Yeah.
So I will, however, continue the ruse of silence, child, as if I've just been horrifically embarrassed. Oh damn, 24.
You try to think of something. What went wrong with your wish? What would the wish be? You'd think, and considering you're talking to a nobleman, and he's on alert, you think of the combining three things. Why are you here in the city trying to sell something like a genie? Why would you even travel this far to sell a genie to this city? And what would shock him to his core? And you're like, the wish was simple. You wanted to move to a better place in life, and the wish might have backfired in a way that why you're now a single parent and had to move to better pastures. Like an accident happened, like bad luck struck, considering he said that earlier.
I wish to move to a better position in life, a better place. I got teleported across the Underdark, all right?
Okay, well that
I
also
need to
works.
sell this bloody thing so I can make some money.
I see. And that's why you wish to pawn it off to either someone for the sap who would pay a lot for a wish, and then have a similar unlucky fate. But by you telling me, I now know that the genie itself has tricks up its sleeve. Thus, I could use this against my enemies, or perhaps find a way to win the genie's game. Yeah. And how much did you wish to fetch for this trickster of a genie?
Using my roguish nature, what sounds like an appropriately highish amount that's almost certainly going to be scoffed at and open haggling procedures.
Considering you're selling a genie, which is a wish spell basically, a terrible wish spell, but a wish spell regardless, you'd think to be outrageous at first, and considering you're trying to be the poor guy that has to find its way back to this place in the Underdark, you'd think 10 platinum is too outrageous. 5 platinum is a bit too outrageous. You think 3 platinum is probably a good way to start the haggle.
Okay, knowing that
Because you know he's rich.
people tend to like when they think they've really beaten somebody down with a bargain. I'll be honest, I was planning to let this thing go for 4 platinum. But given the circumstances, I'm prepared to haggle.
Ooh, 4 platinum. You're selling a wish for 4 platinum. The most powerful spellcasters. And then again, trickster, and then again... How is this genie contained?
I'm gonna pull out the vessel.
Look at it. Intricate. Could make also a talking piece. And... yeah, I can see something good coming out of that. But for platinum? You're a little bit too hopeful, my friend. Way
And
too
I'm not
hopeful.
a long way from home, yes, I'm painfully aware. Glaring at Bobby.
Sorry.
Bless you.
There.
Is that the last one?
That was the last one. I'm feeling generous. I would give you 900 gold for it. Wait, 900 gold, am I correct? It's not a platinum. I'm thinking the numbers wrong again, am I? One plat is...
I think it's 10 gold.
Yeah, by 10.
1 platinum is 10 gold.
Yeah, then so it's 9 gold. Then he's going to say 9 gold. Like, wait, am I doing my numbers correct now? 9 gold. Yeah.
Apparently not.
9 gold for the all-powerful wish spell, as you just put it.
Well, I don't hear a counter offer.
$33 gold.
You're pushing my generosity. How would you feed yourself far away from home with... I don't know how much money you have with you, but in a city like this, food can get very expensive, my friend. You best have a large sum if you want to get back. Though, I'm feeling 1.5 platinum.
One and a half. I'll be lucky if I survive long enough to work out where the hell I came from. 2.
Ah. 2. One platinum, 7 gold. My generosity extends as far as I can reach, but it has limits, my friend.
Done.
You have to think, like, are you gonna haggle more, or are you gonna just let him have his way? Because you do have to get Erica on him somehow.
You know what? Actually, let me take that back a second. What was his offer?
One platinum, 7.
Platinum, 7 gold.
Yeah.
Once. Oh, my mistake. You've yet to inspect the merchandise. And I'm going to coax Erica out of the lamp to essentially show her off.
He stops you. Not in public. You would alert not only guards, but you would have everyone looking this way. And that would mean the deal would be harder to be done. Do you really want to persuade Erica out right now, or do you want to...
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of want to be asked and say 2 platinum, and we skip the demonstration.
You can try, but you can always try.
It feels very kind of in nature for the drow. You know what? I'm going to suggest it, and then if he sort of has like a sort of looks could kill on him, I'll be like, fine. 1 platinum, 7 gold.
Well, we can roll persuasion for the 2 plat.
Yeah, I'll quite happily do that.
Persuasion! Gonna be a hard one.
Oh, goody. Guess what? I'm great at lying. I'm shit at persuasion.
Yeah.
+1. 18, that's not bad.
Mhm.
But is it enough?
You see him looking at you. And gives you a bit of a glare of daggers. He's like, I don't know if you're very persuasive or very stupid, but I guess in this case it's best to not take my risks. Fine, I'll do your 2 platinum. He's not happy that you bested him in haggling. It was more of a pride thing than the prize. But considering at any moment you might accidentally summon a genie upon them, and we're considering the crowd of people, anyone would try to take that lamp and would start starting a wish war, and he doesn't want that.
Especially with the ceremony this close.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to respond with, well, if you want your answer, remember what happened with my wish and learn from my mistakes.
Okay. He looks at the servant and nods his head. The servant goes away for a few seconds and then comes back with a chest, opens it. He takes 2 platinum coins and hands it to you. The lantern, please.
Okay, given that I had this in a separate bag, because we know what happens with the whole 2-bagger holding situation that I'm sure this vessel counted as, I'm going to put it back into the bag I had it in and hand it over.
Okay. He takes it. Huh. Quite a useful trinket. Did you pick it up somewhere?
Let's just say it was well acquired.
Okay.
The previous owner didn't seem to mind.
Okay. Thank you. Puts it away.
Mine.
He puts it. He puts it away. He doesn't. He looks at his one supposed to be simply like, I'll hang on to this. And then Servant closes things and nods and then leaves. You see that little bit of distrust from him. He does trust his servant, but with a possible wish spell that could backfire, probably not a good idea. In case he tries something, also fails a fast one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, we've discussed favors. Might I have your name?
Certainly, I go by Raz.
Raz. I am Vaughn, and perhaps we might see each other again. We will see.
Doesn't
All right, then.
ask the kid's name, which is probably better.
Mm-hmm. That is true. When he looks at the kid, and who is your sweet little daughter?
Spider Lily.
Ah, very fitting, very fitting. She'll one day rule a great house for sure.
Thank you.
Right then, you may return to your spot. Although it might be a little bit difficult. I've no desire of keeping you around here. You have a status to uphold. See you then. And he
Alright.
waves you off. Even though there are guards nearby, but they will allow you to pass.
Okay, so we just scoot along, I guess.
Yeah. You scoot along to find a new spot amongst the crowd. Ozius? Can you roll another perception? Some time passed, you can roll perception. 20! That's a good roll.
Yep.
You think it's the group is taking a while, but you expected it. You look around the city, and from the corner of your eye, you see a couple of fellows scaling the west wall for some reason. And you're like, why are people climbing up the wall? Why would they want to avoid the gates? That is suspicious.
Oh, no.
The west wall, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use sending.
And who are you sending to?
Poppy would be funniest.
Okay.
Why me? Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
no-
Poppy, 2 people scaling the west wall. Kind of weird. End of message. Over.
You can respond.
Okay. There was a limit to words, right?
40, I believe it was.
25.
25 words.
25. Da, 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 da. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the notice. We just gave the thing, so see you soon.
Okay, that's what you get.
I do another sending. Yep, okay. Also, did you hear about the new Barbarian apparel line? Apparently it's all the rage.
Did you really just do a pun like that?
Over.
I don't get it.
I sent it to Lucas to try and figure out what the hell that meant. for telepathy, so...
Okay. So, you've just been told by Poppy of what Ozzy has spotted. Considering you're in the middle of the city, those people on the west wall will probably not have much effect on the ceremony for a while because they have to, climb over a wall, probably climb down a wall, not being seen, and then get to the center of the city in no time. So that will take some time. But at the same time, you're like, if they're, you've been trying to think, are these people drow? If they're drow, if they could just walk through the city, so why are they scaling the walls? What do they have to hide to scale the walls? Something just makes you go, something doesn't add up here.
That's probably why they stepped up the ceremony and were suddenly on guard.
Things are getting more interesting.
Just curious, did Poppy pass along only the useful part of that conversation with Osius? Or did you pass on the pun as well?
Everything.
Also the pun.
Nice.
In that case, before I start responding to and figuring out about the first half, you just hear over message. Ugh. Hate that turtle.
Wow! That's so mean.
Oh dear. Oh dearie dear.
So, do we go back out or do we talk to the guy and get this done?
I'm gonna see if I could message Elevan. And essentially, I'm gonna say, distraction performed according to schedule. Good luck.
Ba-do-do. Ba-do-do. You
Oh, for the love of.
you don't see him. You don't see him. You have no idea if the message has reached him.
Or if it has, perhaps he's not in a position to respond. Either way, appointed time, appointed place.
So, it's a waiting game. You let some time pass. It is now 5 minutes before the so-called ceremony is going to start. The road is being cleared. Most of the priests and priestesses outside have been going inside the temple. You feel nervous. Did you prepare enough? Is everything done? Was we maybe spotted? How long before those people on the west wall would try to make a move? Questions. You still don't know enough.
Well, we can't reveal that we know the people over the wall are coming without looking highly suspicious ourselves. We can't leave in the middle of the ceremony, because that's going to look super suspicious. So, for the moment, all we can really do is wait it out until people are actually leaving and dispersing.
So you're gonna have to wait.
Yep.
Okay, to roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. God damn it.
You just are lucky if our...
Oh, for the love of. Oh.
I don't know what I'm
you
gonna do
just
for
are
Poppy.
lucky if our co-conspirator screwed up his end of the bargain.
Okay. Poppy, you decide to try and listen in and look around to only get shoved aside by a taller woman, which breaks your distraction completely. You have no idea what's going on after that because you're a little bit annoyed that you get shoved. I mean, that's one way to do that one. Lucas, you decide to look around, see if you can see Elangar or anything of note. Maybe the priestesses or anything. And then you hear something. Someone moves right behind you, but in such a way you have a feeling this person is right behind you for a reason. Call it a gut feeling.
Gonna be one of those bloody weavers, isn't it? Or spiders. Okay.
What do you do?
I don't necessarily want to turn around and necessarily draw attention.
Yeah, now you gotta think how you're gonna deal with this. Stealth missions.
I'm gonna go to look like I'm scratching the back of my head and just gesture to whoever's behind me with a finger, sort of trying to indicate that I know that I've seen them and I'm acknowledging them.
Which finger?
Index finger, sort of like
Sound like this.
thumb and the other three fingers on the back of my head and the index finger just sort of crooking in their direction.
So like
Behind
this. Something like this.
Yeah, it's sort of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing like, ah. Pointing.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
I know I need to work on my subtlety.
mhm. Okay, let me think for a moment. They noticed that. Yeah, I got it. You get a response. You don't see it, but you do feel it. You feel that as if a butt of a sword or dagger is against your back. Not the sharp end, but the butt of a hilt. As if in a way of getting your attention.
They have it.
Uh-huh. They lean in to speak. So, what did she sell towards the sir over there? Don't think I haven't noticed.
Just a rare antiquity.
Come now, I know you're up to something. Just say it. If it's nothing dangerous, there's nothing wrong with just saying it, right?
In fact, it technically is kind of dangerous if now I think about it. Here's something he wished for. I put emphasis on the word wish.
Mm-hmm. A strange thing to do. So, tell me. What do you know of anyone who wishes to destabilize this whole beautiful society that we weave together? From passive insight, you can tell that those words pretty much means that whatever is going on and why this ceremony has been pushed forward might be related to this question.
If I know the person's literally stabbed behind me, can I use message to convey the words rather than speaking them out loud?
You do have to gaze it. You have to at least gaze at them once. You have to at least do a side glance like this.
Okay, my hand's visibly where they can see them. I'm just going to turn it enough that I can get that sort of like side-eye peripheral and see if they react.
You do feel that the hill is still against your back, so if you would try anything suspicious, they would kill you. But at the same time,
Fair.
they know if they also know you also have this feeling that even if you kill them or do anything towards them, you'd be exposed. So basically, they know that whatever happens is going to be in their favor regardless. There's no gamble for them.
Yep. Fair. I'm not trying to display any hostility. I just want to get enough of a gaze that I can use message and then say to them so that it's not being heard by anyone else. I sold him a genie. I have no malicious intent. I just needed the distraction on behalf of another client.
A genie for distraction for another client. Interesting. And then you still feel the hilt against you, and then they move it in against the whisper. So you know nothing about what happened recently.
Clueless.
Do you have anything? Okay, let's see. You say clueless. I mean, if the inside devil knows it's true, so clueless indeed. Well then, if this is all just a game for little Ellengar's position in his own family and a complete society, that's not a big issue. But a terroristic threat, a possible assassination, you can see why we would be on guard.
Assassination would... Oh, I'm going to take a gamble here. Would that be related to the two people currently climbing over your west wall?
You're gonna say it?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to say it. Because why would they climb over their own damn walls?
People climbing the west wall? They'll be spotted soon then. How'd you know?
Oh, Barty.
You have to give an answer because you're just giving them information they haven't fully confirmed yet. And well, considering you said I know people climb the walls, it's like how do you know that? You just put yourself in a very awkward spot.
You have your eyes watching, I have mine. Just not as many.
I see. So the group outside, right? There are people scaling the west wall. There won't be if they're still climbing. There won't be in time to interrupt the ceremony. All right. Just one thing. While your own scheming is not as dangerous to the overall being of everything, we would like to ask you, for the sake of simplicity, to be aware of anyone else making a move that is not related to your group. It's always easier to have filth deal with filth itself. Keeps our hands clean. And is considering that if you're able to identify a threat, you will be forgiven. Even if the guards say you'll be executed or sacrificed, we will make sure you will be leaving the city in one piece. Understood?
Perfectly.
You feel the butt pull back, and the figure disappears into the crowd. You have the feeling that this organization, if you notice that someone is gonna pull something and you're gonna be loudly intervening, this organization will cover your back. Just make sure you're correct.
Yes, I'm sure they will cover my back in spider bites.
So yeah, the plot thickens.
I kind of let out a breath I just didn't realise I was holding.
So now do you inform Poppy?
Yep.
So you inform what Poppy what just transpired. And yeah, Poppy, you know the dire situation you're in, that there's probably another group of schemers maybe in the city, might be related to the ones scaling the West Wall, might already be someone in. And you're allowed to intervene and blow your disguise, and you'll be saved by this organization, even if you get arrested.
Well, that's not good.
I don't know, it's a nice guarantee, assuming they live up to their end of it. All the same, I think I'd rather not risk that. After all, the best favours to have are the ones you don't cash in.
Okay. As you exchange your words, the doors to the temple fully open, and a tall drow woman dressed in a red robe with black spiders, not actual spiders, but embroidered spiders, comes out and stretches his arms and loudly proclaims, "The ritual of ascension shall soon commence. In this holy ceremony, we welcome our new high priestesses into the fold of Locke." Oh, there's something in my nose. There we go. Anyway, we are glad to see you all gathered in this hastily timely manner under the gaze of the Spider Queen herself. Rejoice and be honored. Let her venom strike down our foes. Now then, the nobility may now take their place inside the temple. Common folk, please gather around shortly after. Perhaps if you're lucky, you'll be permitted in the crowd to witness this glorious ceremony yourselves. Fuck. There we go.
I always get stuck with the cheap seats.
And after proclaiming that, the nobility on their side all start heading inside. You can see your distraction target going in, still holding onto the lantern, and you eventually also see Elengar together with what you presume is both his father and his mother going inside as well. And you see Elengar holding the vial with the love potion, but dressed up as a gift. And you see, slowly but surely, you see all nobility entering the temple. And the doors close for a moment, and the guards then say to the crowd, "You may move closer. Remember, keep a distance from the temple doors." Do you move in closer?
Sure.
What do you reckon, actually? Should we try and move closer, or maybe should we let everyone sort of like push past us and end up more near the back in case we want to get out of here?
Just move slowly enough that we maybe get past, and just don't make it seem like we stand still.
Sounds like a plan.
So you want to be in the back?
Yeah.
You slowly move a bit closer, but in such a way that most people will pass you or shove you aside. And slowly but surely the crowd gathers around the temple doors and close to the temple. The guards hold everyone up. Okay, good. Please remain standing. Don't make any sudden movements. Which seems awful to say, but at the same time you're like, they're probably on edge. You see the temple in the distance across the crowd of people. Do you keep an eye on it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It takes at least a few minutes. And eventually the temple doors open again and a priestess comes out and looks at holding her hands together with a little cage. She walks to the guards and looks at them and says then proclaims loudly, "I will now release the holy animals of Locke. And if they choose you, you may enter temple grounds." She opens the cage, and I even have to describe it, what's in the cage?
Yes!
My worst nightmare.
You see lots of spiders coming out and jumping down and skittering and going into the crowd. Nobody seems frightened or scared, They just wait. And you can observe that the spiders will sometimes jump on someone's leg, climb up and sit on the top of their heads. As if they're selected.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for a spider or a pair of spiders, considering Poppy and I probably both want to go in, to get within about 30 feet and try and... Oh, wait, no. I was going to charm person with spider, but that's not a person.
That's not a person, that's a creature.
God damn it, that was almost too good. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be humanoid. Fuck, that would have been brilliant.
Yeah, but it's not.
Now if they were riders, you would have had a chance. But those things are too big. You're like, I could pick them up. Wait, no, then I'll be interrupting holy spiders and they would be pissed, and that's not a good plan.
Don't think an illusory spider is going to work, although that would be hilarious.
It is an attempt, but if you get caught, you'll be fucked.
Okay, all I can think of at this point with my repertoire is either the illusion of something the spider would naturally go after placed on my head so the spider bolts to it. Or failing that, catapult the spider and make it look like it jumped across the room.
Poppy, you any ideas?
Nope. I'm just staying back to Lucas to get away from the spiders.
Okay.
Oh, Poppy's getting away from the spiders. Okay. In that case, I may rethink about catapulting one to the top of your head.
Catapulting spiders. Okay.
Only problem is, looking at catapult, it does say when the object strikes something, it and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. I don't want
So
to
you're
kill
gonna
myself
damage
with a
yourself.
spider.
You're gonna damage yourself then.
Oh, but hang on. In a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early for impact. So I could essentially make it look like it bolted across the fucking arena.
You may most certainly try.
You know what? Yeah, let's give this a try. I'm going to wait for the spider to come close enough that it is somewhat believable, and then essentially catapult it and cut the spell off so that it lands on my head.
So you want to try to get a spider's attention first. And how would you do that? Yeah, how do you get a spider's attention?
Here, spider, spider, spider.
Create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect such as a shower of sparks pop. Can I use prestidigitation to make my hair smell like a juicy fly? I don't know. For God's sake, don't ask me to describe what a fly smells like. I can't think anything else.
Oh my
Make it sound
lord.
like a saucer of flies.
Oh my god.
Yes, I use prestidigitation, and from my hair you just hear.
My hair smells like fly. How do you? It's like. Okay.
No, look.
I would like to ask you:
How?
has Lucas ever had the smell of fly before?
I would imagine growing up as an orphan, I have witnessed many things buzzing and swarming with flies.
Okay. You decide to prestidigitate. I would like to ask Lucas if he lost his mind, but I'm not there. Exactly. To smell like flies, or something akin to flies, or something that would insinuate flies. Congratulations! You smell like a hobo.
I'm rather curious. How exactly will the temple guards react if a bunch of spiders suddenly swarm by head? Wow, the priest loaf really wants him in there.
Well. Could you make me a perception check to see if any spiders are coming your way because you're being a smelly hobo now?
Remember, the best plans are the stupidest ones that work. You're... Well,
You look around for little spiders coming towards you because they might be interested in your hobo smell. And as you look around, you don't see any spiders nearby, but also something crosses your mind. There's a lot of common folk here, and there might also be other hobos who are having a fly smell around. You're in the back! If they would go for a fly smell, it would probably be someone who smells the flowers more up front. If this would work. I like the attempt, but there was one detail you kept missing. You're in the back.
yeah. Fuck it. Plan B.
Oh god, what does plan mean?
I presume you're familiar with the catapults, man.
You don't see any spiders to catapult right now. You can't catapult what you can't see, buddy. You can see rocks, but you can't see any spiders.
Yeah, well, I haven't really got many options because I don't think they're going to fall for a minor illusion of a spider somehow.
Puppy, why don't you roll perception? See if you see anything of use.
Yeah, I'll just assume Raz is not counted among that. Points for trying, I guess.
Points for trying. I had to take a long pause of this plan. I'm like, there's just one detail you missed. Poppy, you roll perception?
Okay.
I'll just sit here with my hobo head.
Hobo hair, hobo hair, hobo hair. 20. You look around and you can see some of the spiders crawling up and near people. And you could give Lucas some direction of flinging a spider in your direction, but at the same time you don't really want that.
Definitely not.
And it's then when you notice something else. There appears to be spiders, considering the back, coming from behind you. Too exact from the opposite end. And you're like, they were already there. How are there spiders behind us?
I tug on Lucas's shirt and I say,
Behind us.
Lucas, you look behind you and you do see two spiders heading your way from the other side, which is very odd for you considering those must be the fastest spiders in all of the Underdark.
A gift from our Weaver friends, perhaps? Are they literally beelining for us, or do they look like they're doing what the others are doing?
Insight. Isn't it? Playing the party in stealth missions, they take a bit.
Holy shit!
Not 20. Considering the angle and the way they move, they're way too focused for spiders moving about. You think about it, and you're like, yep, Those are druids in disguise, and they're heading your way. Those are weavers, and they might want to have you inside the temple for their own reasons.
I'm gonna look to Poppy and just. I'm really, really sorry about this. Just remember, they're people, not bugs. They're people, not arachnids. And I'm gonna let the two weavers scuttle up both of us.
Okay. Eventually, you both feel the scuttling up of the little spiders. How, Poppy, do you respond positive or just surprising to this?
I just give a small squeak because Poppy's too afraid of the spiders to really pay much attention.
Both spiders sit on your heads. And I know Carby's technically on your head, but some of the spider avoids poking Carby and sits slightly next to it. These weavers are very aware. So yeah, Carby sees the spider also next to it, and the spider is not giving it a glance.
I just imagine this carbuncle giving it a look of like, at first.
So, eventually you see the priestess retrieving every spider and selecting them and holding the cage out. You go in, you go in, you go in, and eventually they come to you and it looks at the two spiders. It takes her a moment, she blinks, and then the spiders jump into the cage. It's like, you two, go in.
Oh.
From passing inside, you can tell that the priestess did notice that those were unusual spiders. You don't know how much the connection is, but you do know she was aware of something that you're probably also aware of.
Inside person at the temple, maybe?
So you're allowed to go. So you move through the crowd slowly but surely, and the guards let you pass as you head inside the temple of the Spider Queen. When you head inside, it's a large open area with several benches where you can see the nobility sitting and several common folk standing in the back rows near the back walls. Inside, you see the several lit glass windows. In the back, you see a large podium, and behind there, an even large pipe organ, adorned with all kinds of spiderweb motifs on the pipes.
Very gothic.
Yeah, and the inside of the temple is mostly garnished with a black-like marble and a large red carpet going through the center of it. Again, very gothic. You're inside the temple, within the ceremony, and if you look around, you do see both your target and Elengar. Elengar is on the 8th row of benches, and your target's in the 2nd row of benches.
Right.
So he's not up front. He's not up front. Even though you would think he would be up front considering what you heard, but at the same time, he might also not be up front to not get the full attention either way. So, you look around. So, what you do now? You're gonna take your position, and you're gonna wait for the ceremony? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Eventually, the doors close behind you. And not long after, you hear the music coming from the pipe organ. It's a low tune with mostly low notes, playing in a very slow pace, basically setting the mood of welcoming those and to not misbehave. The song enforces a feeling of something more superior is watching you. Do not misbehave. The song plays, everyone remains silent, and when the song ends, the priestess from before steps onto the platform and speaks up. To those who are chosen to attend, welcome, welcome. On today's Ascension ceremony, we welcome many of our sisters into High Priesthood. The Spider Queen beckons her servants to do the best, and these have proven up to the task. Now, before we begin the full ceremony, the nobility have offered us gifts to the newly priestesses. We should proceed with the gifting ceremony first. Common folk, please remain in the back and do not interrupt the process of the priestess moving forwards. In doing so, will wrong the Spider Queen and incur her wrath upon you. Your death will be swift and painful. Remember that.
Lovely.
It takes a few minutes, but the doors open and you see at least 6 priestesses wearing black robes adorned with red spiders across their chest to their abdomen, and their hair is weaved in a zigzag pattern, almost indicating for a spider web. It's like being back at school. I don't know what kind of school Lucas has been in, but hey. Then again, rogue school. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wasn't talking as Lucas. I'm moving on.
So, they slowly approach the podium in the back, stand on top of it in a line, and one by one, each nobility approaches the podium and starts handing a gift to specific priestesses. At this point, both of you for passive insight, you would know that your target would be giving a gift to one of the priestesses before Elengar. You would think this would probably not be beneficial for you. You might want to give Erica a buzz to come out and cause a bit of a distraction. Time to distract us now.
I'm hoping this works. I message Erica with the word now. So I assume we would have set up some signal. Or... communication.
Okay, you say the words now. And we could be going off to the other party.
No.
Ozius, did you keep an eye on those people climbing the wall?
Got nothing better to do.
Okay. You eventually notice that they hit the peak, and you decide to look a bit closer, and yep, whoever's doing that is fighting the guards, and they're winning using all various kinds of abilities and spells. It's hard to tell what exactly they're doing from the distance, but you do notice that they're winning, and they're going to be heading into the city.
Good.
I'm going to use sending. On Lucas.
Yeah,
Oh no.
just recent. And I'll let you respond, and
Yeah, I'm going to count words.
I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. Don't worry. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're like,
Well, I do have a feeling this message is just going to be they got over the wall, and the other 20 words are just going to be insults aimed at Lucas.
Nope. Okay. Spell slot used. Lucas. I feel like Poppy didn't get a joke. All the rage. Get it? Huh? Huh? Oh yeah. Those two are on the wall and winning.
oh god. Good. Priorities. Osseous.
I fight the urge to groan heavily during the proceedings.
Do you respond?
Temple ceremony underway. Springing genie. Wish us luck.
I'm just going to say to Amblin, like,
miners.
I think they don't get it.
And Emily goes, get what?
A joke, like. I sent them a joke, and they're not even laughing.
I mean, this is happening outside.
Did
Like,
you
let
hear?
it do it.
Did you hear about the new barbarian apparel line? Apparently it's all the rage. Not even laughing. Nothing.
Well, wouldn't they
No.
suddenly laughing? Wouldn't that be weird? It is kind of funny.
I know it's funny. You know what? I'm just going to explain it.
No, no!
Oh no!
I'm gonna let this happen. I'm gonna let this happen. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna let this happen before we see if the genie springs.
So right at the crucial point where I'm trying to set off the distraction, I'm going to have some turtle in my brain going, oh, the rage! Because barbarians rage! Please send your laughter.
25 words. Got it.
Son of a.
Lucas. You know, they're barbarians. They use rage. And you have the saying, it's all the rage. That's why it's funny. Barbarians rage. Get it now?
You know what? Okay. How annoyed are you by that?
Today, in the middle of a drow temple, during an ascension ceremony, in which our very lives will be at stake if things fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Lucas's right eye just starts twitching.
Lucas?
And you hear back over the message, ha ha, ah ha 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 ha, ah ha ha ha. Ah.
Meet Amblin. They finally got it. Had to explain the joke.
Ha 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 ha.
Also, I'm running out of spell slots. Crazy.
And whatever words are left in the message is just going to be taken up by one very long.
Oh, but that's one word.
Not
And
the
I'm-
way I'm saying it.
Also, Lucas, the total noise and distraction
Shit.
made you take 2 psychic damage. Just slight headache.
Yes, I'm sure I can feel the vein throbbing in my forehead as my vein starts setting in.
I wonder why.
You're like, Torch will heal that later. But
No. Unhealable.
as this whole small exchange happens with it, and after saying now, the lantern starts. You see Vorn get up, and then the lantern that he's nearby starts shaking, and upon the thing, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Huh? Oh, shit!" He picks it up and says like, "Excuse me for a moment," and he rushes into a confession booth in the side where he's like holding the thing away. The servant looks for a concern. You see the servant explaining to the priest, like, magic artifact. It's like, right. And then it's like, and then the other priest goes like, please carry along the way. We're on strict times. And we shall leave it at that.
I just like the image of this rich man bolting for a confession booth going, shit.
Yeah. He's like, shit, the Zini's coming out. So, with that said...
Oh, someone's overhearing that. He's going, shit, it's coming out. The privy is that way.
With that said... Well, this was a session. We had puns, we had headaches, we had stealth, we had planning. Well, on the fly planning. And we have a conspiracy going on. But what is going to happen next? And will the party on the outside be able to do anything to help? We're gonna have to see that next time. With that said, it is goodbye from your Dungeon Master Kotlol. It is goodbye from Ozius,
Bye!
who's apparently all the rage.
Yep.
It's goodbye from Lucas.
I have a headache.
And
Yay!
it's goodbye from Poppy.
Can someone get these spiders off my head?
Oh, they're already off your head.
You.
Remember to stay charged and see you all next time. Bye-bye.